Flaming Dragon Friday.
It is Friday.
And the under will hit. I know you're going to tell me where they set it at, but it needs to be under a half. That's how dangerous I'm feeling.
Under a half?
Under a half. Like
how does
at
that
half.
happen?
At a half. It could be a fourth.
You know what, that is funny, because I've thought when they make the betting lines and they set the hook, like 10 and a half, 12 and a half, it could be 10.3. What's the difference between 0.3 and 0.5?
There's really not.
Either over or
Depends
under.
on what business you're in.
I'm not about
to be like 10 and a chunk of cheese.
That's actually a fantastic point. That is a fantastic
So you're feeling a half today, huh? Feeling dangerous.
Look, I woke up and decided
Look, you don't have
to choose violence.
If you want to go half, Cone, are you fine with a half?
Yeah, well, we need a challenge. We've been smashing.
I mean, it's been the under.
All right.
It's
a half.
I'm going to explain
I can already see how this movie ends.
I'm going to explain it to everyone.
Fired up. You know.
What that means, because we're live on X. Are we live on X now? Can you see it? All right, that's right. Do us a favor, even though we're live on X. All right, make sure you go subscribe to the Crain Company YouTube channel. We're like 3,000 away from 100,000. We've got, oh my goodness, what, 8 more sleeps until college football? 8 more sleeps. Oh,
I can't wait.
I love it so much.
Are we gonna do this thing? Are we gonna do this thing where we call this X now?
Yeah, it's Twitter.
We're gonna play Elon's.
You got
game.
to. I don't want to confuse.
We're gonna play Elon's game.
You're confusing me saying X.
Yeah, it's it's Twitter.
Yes, we're playing Elon's
It's
game.
Every article that I have to read on the on X, the platform formerly known as Twitter.
Yeah.
Like who are y'all?
Well, we're technically like on it, so we are playing this game. We're basically Ryan Reynolds and Free Guy right now.
That's a good movie.
Yeah,
I did see that one.
Hugh Freeze names Payton Thorne the starting quarterback at Auburn. 2 Eagles players were carted off the field in Philly's preseason matchup with the Browns last night. And Lane Kiffin says the joy of college football is just not the same. I'm Jay Crain, and welcome to Crain & Company. Now, in a not-so-shocking announcement yesterday, Auburn has named Michigan State transfer Payton Thorne as their starting quarterback. Now, there are many high-profile quarterback battles that are raging like a Hardly Boys clue right now around the country, and we're going to dive into all of those in a second. But let's break down the new signal caller for the Tigers in Hugh Freeze's first year. Now, Auburn fans, you need to ask yourself a couple questions when it comes to how this Payton Thorne situation is going to work out on the field. The biggest question is, and we've talked about this a bunch, does he run well enough for this style of offense to operate as efficiently as possible? Because in order for an RPO or any type of dual-threat offensive system to be able to pressure defenses at the multiple points it has to, the quarterback must be taken seriously as a run threat to pull the ball. Now, a great example of this, and Auburn fans will remember, is watching Jarrett Stidham attempt to run the zone read. Now, everybody and their mother knew that he wasn't going to pull the ball most of the time. So defenses were able to key in on the running back, therefore negating the full effectiveness of the action. Now, Payton Thorne isn't the fastest or the most agile on Auburn's roster, but all he has to do is show the capability to be efficient running the ball. That's the biggest question mark in this system. If he's able to do that, he can play to his true strength, which is the passing game even more. Now, being an effective runner doesn't mean you have to be Michael Vick or Usain Bolt or a true home run hitter. You just have to be good enough to hit a double every now and then. If he is able to do that, then Auburn's offense could blossom into one that stretches defenses both horizontally and vertically, because the more space you have to cover, the more space is left open. His rushing numbers at Michigan State weren't great, but that system really didn't ask him to run it a whole lot. Now, the next question is, he didn't go through spring. So how good can the chemistry between him and Auburn's skill position personnel really be? This isn't a does he understand the scheme question. He's the son of a legendary high school coach, and the best language they speak in that house outside of English is ball. But the hardest part is the terminology, and I'm sure he's going to be prepared. Now, this is a question of being able to adjust mid-play and limit miscommunications with not only who he's throwing the ball to, but also who he hands the ball off to. Anticipatory throwing is a must at this level. And in order to anticipate, you must know exactly what route, especially with the option and choice routes Auburn's going to run, that you are getting. And miscommunications equal turnovers. Now, we won't know the answer to this question until we actually watch the games. So right now, your guess is as good as mine. You can also blow up a play by not having good chemistry running the zone read or RPO action with the running back. A lot of that is not only handwork, but it's footwork as well. Because after all, to be able to read a defense mid-play while operating this action, your eyes have to be up. This isn't the boot or the waggle from under center. Now, the last question is one that is totally out of Thorne's control. How well will Auburn's offensive line play? Because if they don't play well, you can't play well at quarterback. And as I've said all offseason, out of the bevy of things that Hugh Freeze has done well with this Auburn roster, transforming the offensive line personnel in depth has been the most important. It's been super crucial, to quote Lane. Now, for any system to work, you have to be good up front. I don't expect this group to win the Joe Moore Award, but I do expect them to be a big step up from the Swiss cheese factory that we've seen from the Auburn Big Uglies lately. Now, my last note is that even though Robbie Ashford didn't win the job, if he keeps his head on straight, I expect him to be an integral part of the short yardage and red zone packages, along with being lined up in formations to run gadget plays and put perimeter pressure on defenses. This was a big decision for a new coaching staff. And as someone who trusts Hugh Freeze, and I trust him on this, I think Auburn fans should as well. I'm going to bring in David Cone, former Michigan quarterback, my brother, former Western State, Colorado wide receiver, Lane Crain. David, a ton of crazy quarterback battles going on in some big-time places, but seems that Auburn has made their decision. Not that this couldn't change if he goes out and struggles. I don't know how long the leash is, but just your quick thoughts on Auburn naming Payton Thorne.
I heard everything yesterday from this is the same Payton Thorne that led Michigan State to a 5-7 record last season to, but this is the same Hugh Freeze that got Bo Wallace to throw for 3,000 yards 3 straight seasons at Ole Miss, right? It's all over the place. Now, I know in 2021, Payton Thorne had Kenneth Walker on that Michigan State team, which was a lot of reason for that 11-2 success. But the kid still threw for 3,200 yards, 27 touchdowns, 10 picks. He has almost 900 pass attempts in his career so far in college. That's a lot of experience. So he's going to bring that to Auburn. Remember, we said he's probably not transferring in to ride the bench, which gets me thinking about the Alabama job. Are we going to see the same thing play out when it comes to Tyler Buckner, who's coming into Alabama from Notre Dame? One other thing around the country here, Ryan Day said at a press conference Monday that he might be ready to announce a starter by the end of the week. So we're at the end of the week. A lot of people think Kyle McCord is going to win that job up there with the Buckeyes, but it sounds like sophomore Devin Brown is playing really well too. And I think this is a situation in Columbus where you're not naming a starter because the two guys are playing poorly. They haven't named a starter yet because both guys are really showing out in camp.
Yeah, and Ryan Day's kind of played this one close to the vest. And, I saw a quote from him the other day. He's like, I wouldn't say either one is blowing it out of the water. Nobody's playing poorly, which to me, when I look at Kyle McCord and Devin Brown, their games are very different. But if Devin Brown can, the throwing aspect of it, and he's able to diagnose coverages as a young guy really quickly, he can be absolutely electric. He's a totally different flavor of ice cream than even C.J. Stroud, who we saw as more of a pocket guy, ran a little bit more earlier in his career. Now, when it comes to Alabama situation, and again, we've harped on, bringing in the transfer portal guys, like you mentioned, to play. Not only are you bringing in a transfer portal guy, you're bringing in a transfer portal guy that was recruited and signed by your new offensive coordinator.
Sure.
So that's even another level of being able to win the job. But we are hearing a lot about Ty Simpson. I just don't know if Jalen Milroe fits that pro styles. Right. A lot of it is about the system, right? It's about the quarterback playing to his strengths within the system. I think Jalen Milroe would fit better in Auburn's system than he'd fit in a 12 personnel, heavy personnel, let's get under center, run to pass, play action. That's not really his game to me. Not saying that he couldn't do it down the road, but that's a stark transition outside of the RPO, spread it around, let's get the guy on the run style type system that Alabama ran with Bryce Young.
You're exactly right. I mean, Nick Saban has a simple rule when it comes to these quarterbacks. Play so well that I can't not play you.
Yeah.
Play so well, I have to put you on the field and keep you there. So I don't know which one of them is doing that in fall camp right now, but we're going to find out pretty soon.
Very true. Blaine, your thoughts?
Hey, come on. Can we pull the Flaming Dragon?
Flaming Dragon.
Let's this up. Come on. Thank you.
Yeah, I got to get him out.
Flaming Dragon. Well, Jake's kind of cheating with this, honestly.
I know. He's trying to get him out of his can right now.
So it starts now? Or
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm going to start. It should have started earlier.
Starts after that. We have always started it after the graphic.
Yeah, and you
after
should.
right after the introductions.
Yeah,
right?
you
That's
do
when
the
we start.
graphic earlier, and you've been holding off
Now
on
I'm
it.
introducing you.
Been introduced.
You already introduced him.
I've been here. I've been here all morning.
Been introduced. It's fine. Hey, a half today.
A half today.
Feeling
Starting
dangerous.
now.
Hey, y'all wanted a half. The Booster
live
Club
for
agrees.
this. I
All
live for
right.
this.
So just know I'm gonna get on you a little bit today. I got to get it out of.
No, okay, that's fine. It's not happening.
So
If you
again,
don't
well-
know, we need to explain it to people that maybe
Okay,
live
yes.
on X now.
Okay.
On Fridays, I almost said it. He becomes a dragon. I cannot name him.
It feels like a slip up.
By-
Today.
And if you're still with us, thank you.
I cannot say his government name.
Yeah.
If you
My
don't know
government.
that, just look at his Twitter handle. I refer to him as Flaming Dragon,
Mm-hmm.
or as we like to say, Flaming.
Flaming or flaming drag queen.
Well, no, we're not saying that.
Huh?
But I think have we got to the point where we're counting flaming now? Because I
No.
know that was up in the air. Or
No. No.
Okay.
What does that have to do with your name? We can't say your name. That's the bet.
I just don't like the way it sounds.
Yeah, I know you.
I don't like the way it sounds.
That's why you're gonna get.
What was the question again? Sorry.
Quarterback battles. Eddie, what's one that's standing out to you?
God. Well, Payton Thorne.
Your thoughts?
Great. Awesome.
You're pumped.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be above mediocre. I'm not super stoked.
Good.
Yeah, I'm not super stoked. Thank God Robbie Ashford's not starting. I mean, I don't want a receiver starting at quarterback for us in the SEC. We'll see how long that
No,
lasts.
Nick Marshall's pretty good, but he's the
But
DB.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. Nick Marshall was built different. He could throw, but could barely talk. And I'll take that any time of the day. Shout out Reese Dismukes. The Alabama room to me, because I mean it's Alabama. You lose Bryce. Jalen Monroe doesn't seem like the guy. I think it's going to be Ty Simpson. And I agree with you from a system wise. I just don't know if that's Jalen Monroe's bag, baby.
Yeah.
I don't. I don't think it is.
Swear it's
he
not
wants
mine.
he wants to be an RPO game. Give me out of the pocket. Let me throw on the run. Jalen Monroe, a super freak athlete. So could probably start at wide receiver and safety in the SEC if he wanted to, but not at quarterback. I think Ty gets that job. A&M, we'll see. I think Wegman's the guy. But Auburn, I mean, like, the guy's not TJ Finley, and two, what's Holt Garrier's deal? Is he
I
not
just
ready
think his
yet?
time- well, Hugh Freeze said he's the purest passer. that
He's
Auburn
got
has.
a smooth arm. Man.
Look, it's year one with Hugh Freeze. You only get one chance to make a first impression. Do you really want to throw a guy with basically no experience out there and just throw him to the wolves as opposed to a guy that's got 3 years of experience, has had success, has had some failures? I get it. I totally get it. But I'm telling you, Robbie Ashford's gonna, if he just doesn't panic and cause a problem in the locker room or want to leave or become a victim or whatever, he will have a role in this offense.
Put him in slot.
Hugh Freeze will find a way. Well, short yardage, 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, with his ability to throw the ball decently. You can't just load up on the inside either.
I'm fine with
The
it.
perimeter, red zone, when the field shrinks. Lining him up at slot, if I'm the defensive coordinator, would scare the hell out of me. Well, like, what am I telling my safety? You can't run cover 2.
No.
Hell no.
No.
No chance. All of a sudden, he runs the bubble behind the line of scrimmage, swing it out.
I mean,
Still eligible to throw it.
jet sweep, boom. Oh my God, I'm going to the sidelines. Next thing you know, I'm turning around, I'm throwing the ball deep or wide open.
Throwing a drag route or an over.
10 trick plays a game. I mean, come on, Hugh.
I mean, look, you can turn it into this. He can Chris Angel this thing real quick.
Real David Blaine situation. That's both our names.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but don't let him. You see what he's trying to do there? Because see, normally I would have followed up right there.
He said that's both our names.
Yeah, and it is.
He's right. I do want to let
is.
y'all know we do have call-ins today, 1-855-236-3228. They line up, they jam up pretty quick, so make sure you get those calls in. And if you're watching us live on X, make sure you follow, subscribe, do all that stuff. Make sure you're following Crain and Company and all 3 of us. All right, Booster Club. Let's get it, yo.
Let's go to Fergie Ferg with a $10 donation. Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning to you, Fergie Ferg. Does Arkansas have a legitimate chance to go 10-2 this year? Or am I getting drunk on the hog Kool-Aid?
Schedule.
I got it.
Show them.
Western Carolina,
When.
Kent State,
When.
BYU,
Win.
Where.
at home,
When.
Yeah.
or neutral site, but I think it's at home. At LSU,
Loss.
Fun.
Texas A&M neutral site.
You know
Win.
what? Give me a win right now.
At Ole Miss,
Loss.
L.
at Alabama,
Loss.
Mississippi State home.
So it's already no. No.
No. I mean, look,
Not
it's
10-2.
good Kool-Aid to drink on.
Well, here's the question. We talked about, we had KJ Jefferson. I believe all of us except Flaming had KJ Jefferson on their top 10 quarterback.
I had mine.
no,
You had
except
him-
for me.
Except for you. Sorry. Except for David had
11.
KJ Jefferson on.
I had him on my top 11.
The combination of
You did.
KJ and Rocket Sanders coming back is
It's huge.
huge. It's
huge.
But the question for Arkansas, if we're talking about team, because team involves the three phases, right? Offense, defense, special teams, is how good will Arkansas be up front? If you're going to go 10-2, you better be able to kick somebody's ass up front on both sides of the ball. And we know depth has been somewhat of a problem for Arkansas, especially defensively. I think it hamstrung Barry Odom early in his career there. Never say never, especially with, I love KJ. I love Rocket. Now, there's some other pieces around him that I like. I don't think they're elite. But I wouldn't be shocked if Arkansas went 8-4, 9-3, beat somebody they weren't supposed to beat, but 10-2. I feel like that may be a little bit, hey, we're 2 weeks away from the season. I'm finding ways. You know, your wife's a 6, but you're finding ways to make her an 8.5. That happens.
Let's go to Grant Deal, and he's a big deal.
He is a big deal.
$5 donation. I'd like to give a shout-out for my brother, Braden.
Yeah.
He's wearing my old number, and they beat a high school last night they haven't beaten in 5 years.
Hey, let's go, Braden.
Come on,
Change the
babe.
Doesn't that
culture.
feel good?
Change the culture. Elvis
Come on,
Presley.
man. Write your own story.
Let's go to James Stallings, $5 donation. James, thank you. It's like a circle. Which QB room is better, Auburn or Alabama? I'm taking Auburn as of now.
Well, if I think that's tough because you have more of a sample size with Payton Thorne. Hell, to be honest with you, you know more about Robbie Ashford than you know about Tyler Buckner. Ty Simpson's a freshman. Jalen Milroe got some play last year, but the sample size is so small. It's purely a guess. Now, if we're going off talented personnel around them, like if you take away the individual in the quarterback room and say, all right, the sum of all the pieces around them, I would say Alabama has just recruited at a higher level than Auburn. They're going to have better talent overall and depth up front, even the young guys. And I know that's when you look at the offensive line and defensive line, it takes longer for those guys to develop. But when it comes to purely the quarterback room, just based off experience, you have to lean Auburn, right? How would you know?
Ty Simpson would be the difference. We just don't know it.
We just don't know.
Right.
Like, it's like me looking at trying to diagnose somebody off an x-ray. I'm looking at it, right? I can kind of see it, but I don't know yet until I see it.
And they say Dylan Lonergan may have the best arm on that whole team.
Yeah, look, Alabama's got talent. Nobody's arguing that. We haven't seen it yet. I'll know it when I see it.
Let's go to Cole Frank, $5 donation. LeBron is mid, MJ's a GOAT, and Flaming Dragon will hit the over today.
No, it won't, Cole.
The first two are right.
I love your mentality when you come
No,
here,
it won't, Cole.
Hashtag Trader Jake. Hashtag FDF. Blaine is a dragon of the people. Cole, God,
A dragon of the people.
A dragon
I thought
of
you
the
flew over
people.
people and killed them.
unless you're my people.
Not what they're saying in King's
Right.
Landing right now.
Yeah.
Unless you're my people. Look, we're eating good.
Stop burning down the Red Keep.
Well, don't talk that ish. All right, let's go to Steve's Action Figure Frenzy. What's up, Stevie? $10 donation. Can I get a motivational speech after the work week I had? I got stuck resetting cosmic sections this week, and it has
Resetting what?
cosmetic sections this week,
Okay.
and it has made me question my masculinity. Help me.
Play the music. Let's get it. Steve, there's a lot of dirty jobs out there.
It's true.
Sometimes you got to get dirty to get clean.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you got to get dirty to clean stuff up. And I know you had to make up for the makeup, but now you get to wake up on Friday. You got through it. You're questioning your masculinity? Why? Walk around, wear pink. Hell, dress up like Ryan Gosling from Barbie. I don't care. You know you. All right? Somebody's calling. Oh, that's insecurity. You need to get it together. You finished it. Work is work. Not everything is going out there and just doing the manliest thing ever. You're not out there fighting people to protect your dojo every day. Somebody's got to get the cosmetics right. Somebody's got to clean it up. Somebody's got to make like a math teacher and figure it out. And Steve, you did it. And we're at the end of the week. Not only that, we're 8 sleeps away from college football. I don't know about you, but I'm absolutely panicked in the best way about it. And I don't care if you got to clean up makeup, get your face up, or go out there and get your cake up. It doesn't matter because you are the man of the aisle. And you are the aisle of the man. Congrats, Steve.
Wow. Beautifully said, sir.
Thanks.
All right, you want to go to our first Twitter question?
Okay.
It's Twitter. All right.
The X
Let's
makes
go to
X
BB3K. Do you guys think Payton will start all 12 games?
So here's, whenever anybody asks me this, and when we talk about this on the show, are we saying nobody gets, we're saying he doesn't get hurt.
Yeah, you can't.
So take injuries out of it.
Yeah.
Well, some guys are more injury prone. Like there's some guys, like Tua,
not
if you're
talking
asking me
about
if
Tua.
Tua's going to start every game, Mr. Potato Head is going to be picking his arms and legs up off the field. Don't care how much jujitsu you do. care how many pull-ups or push-ups you do. I would say this. Yes, I do think Payton Thorne will start every game because I under the auspices, like I said in the open, he'll be able to run it well enough for this RPO system to work. I truly believe that. So, yes.
Let's go to Charles Dossett. What's up, Charles? $5 donation. Jake's already said Blaine's name twice.
No.
You can't bring violence when you lose in the first 45
That's
seconds.
not.
But not after the
Not after the graphic. Charles. How can you? Hold on, let me get the knife out of my back, dog.
Yeah.
Hey, keep it real. Keep it a stack, Charles. He did
knows the rules.
Keep it a stack. The rules keep bending. They keep bending every day, and sooner or later, if you keep bending, what are you going to do?
Be the last.
You got to break them, all right? You got to break them.
We're bend but don't break.
Let's go to Riot Highs, $5 donation. Riot,
Happy birthday, man.
Level Up Day.
Yes.
To start it, I think I need a quack.
Quack. Quack. Quack. Quack. Quack. Quack. Quack. Quack. Quack. Quack.
That's the Mighty
And
Ducks.
maybe a
though.
Go Ducks. Go Ducks,
That's
boys.
the Mighty Ducks, not Oregon, though.
All right, let's go to
Happy
Just
Level Up.
Static Podcast,
Gordon
$2
Bombay for
donation.
life.
Thank you, brother. Brian Kelly,
BK.
Coach of the Year.
Wouldn't be shocked.
Wouldn't surprise me.
I'm just and I caught a lot of hell, which I could care less. Write me a letter, so so I have something to wipe my nose with. When it comes to LSU this year, I know you do got to go to Bama, but this assumption that since Alabama didn't win the West last year, with all these questions and the transition they're going through, that they're somehow just going to come out here and roll everybody with what LSU has returning. I mean, 4 out of 5 offensive linemen, 2 NFL tackles that grew up after last year. You're returning your quarterback, and you're too deep at quarterback. Nussmeier came back. Not enough people are talking about that. You get Logan Diggs to add to a stable of backs. You return Malik Neighbors, and I think their wide receiver room's pretty talented. I like the Lacey kid as well. They return their second leading touchdown catcher, and some of the prima donnas are gone. Then you look defensively. Did a really good job on the edge in the transfer portal after losing to Ojulari and Ali Gay. You have Mason Smith, who's basically Optimus Prime, coming back on the interior of that defensive line. Oppenheimer at linebacker and Harold Perkins.
Jr.
And I know J.K. Johnson, the Ohio State transfer, got hurt, but I've heard a lot of good things about some young guys that LSU has. And the minute I worry about LSU's athleticism in the defensive backfield is the minute that we all need to go into our doomsday prep bunker because the asteroid or aliens are coming.
Yeah, the athleticism on the football field this week 1, LSU, Florida State, which just historically are 2 of the greatest athletic programs. It's going to be incredible.
It is going to be incredible. And you know what else is incredible? Football season's back. And there's nothing like grilling burgers while you're watching your favorite team with the boys. Now imagine you went to turn the grill on and your propane tank's empty. Oh!
Why?
Sorry.
Why? Why is it
Where-
empty?
That's where our friends at Cinch come in clutch. All right, Cinch is a propane grill tank home delivery service. They deliver propane tanks right to your home. All right, no, speaking of LSU and tanks, this is a tank session going on right now. So plus, delivery's completely contactless because we grill out all the time. Good Ranchers is one of our sponsors. All right, I'm on a gas grill. Got that propane. All right, it's huge when I'm able to just go to work, come home, propane tank deliver. It's contactless, even though I'm all about some good contact. I'm a football fan, and Cinch, they make it unbelievably easy. David, you're a big grill
Dude,
guy.
why is the Cinch tank out? Why is it out? Just call them up. Hey, get on the app. Get them to bring you a new one. Here's the thing. I know everybody's going to be grilling out next weekend.
Oh, for sure.
Don't even sit there listening right now pretending like you're not
It's
going
a
to
Paul
have
Wall
the grill
song.
going next Saturday when college football starts. Get a head start on that right now. Get your Cinch tank, get your Good Rancher steak, get your grill gun, and let's have a Saturday, boys.
Oh, the grill gun. You got the grill gun over there, Flaming?
I do.
Oh, can you show the people?
I do. I would love to show the people.
Talking about this one?
Anything they want
The
to
perfect summer night wouldn't be complete without Cinch. So go to cinch.com or download the Cinch app and use our promo code BOOSTER.
This is where I plug my Cinch tank in.
Get your
right
first tank exchange for just $10. That's CY. There it is. That's CYNCH.com.
So what's up with you guys?
Promo code BOOSTER. This is a limited time offer and you must live within a Cinch service area to redeem it. So you better move if you don't have it.
Flamethrower. This is great.
And also, go buy some of our merch. Go to the Daily Wire. Go to Originals, not Extra Crispy. Buy some of that great merch. We got some great ideas we want to throw in there for football season. And to enter our sweepstakes for a chance to be the 10th and final person in the second annual Daily Wire Fantasy Football League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. And to be part of the live draft, all you got to do is subscribe to our YouTube channel, like and comment under our fantasy football team, like and comment your fantasy football team name, that's written in the prompter wrong, under the video titled Daily Wire Draft Party, Year 2. Fill out the Google form in the pinned comment. We will also have the link to the video and rules in all of our socials. The sweepstakes started. All right, a couple days ago, and it ends Saturday, tomorrow at midnight. So that's midnight Eastern. So don't miss your chance to go head-to-head with each one of your favorite DW hosts and lose to all three of us.
Come catch
Bring
that L.
shame to your family.
Yeah, you're definitely taking an L against me, bud.
All right, let's go to the Bishop Cup again because I'm really excited about this whole Twitter situation.
Okay, let's go to Cole Frink.
Again.
I mean, we read donations.
We read donations
But
here.
we do here. All right, $2 donations.
Boys and Girls Club over here.
Jake, did you and Blaine ever play football together?
No.
Be
we were
careful.
Just,
you see what he's trying to do.
yeah,
there.
we were just too old, like by a half year.
What do you mean what I'm trying to do here, Dave? Hey,
I'm a Scorpio.
Lock it in. Let's go to Trey Wright. All right, he says Auburn will not win more than 6 games. I have them going 6-6, winning all their non-conference games and winning 2 SEC games.
So
Crazy to poll today. Will Auburn win more than 6 games?
Well, it's 6-6 is a possibility, but if you're saying they're going to go undefeated in the non-conference, and you're saying they're only going to win 2 SEC games, that means they lose to one of the Mississippi schools at home. That means they lose to Arkansas and A&M on the road. I'm assuming you're saying they're going to beat Vanderbilt on the road. I don't know. And then you have obviously Alabama and Georgia, both of those at home. So 6-6 is a possibility. But I think if Auburn sweeps the non-conference, which they should, I think it's 7-5. Rebecca.
I do too. I think that's the floor. That's what the floor feels like right now.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to MLB Millie. Says LSU's defense is going to be nasty this year.
Yeah.
What's our thoughts?
Well, I think LSU, and I've said this since Brian Kelly got the job, he's the stepdad you never knew you needed until you walked across the state. He told you to clean up your room, get better friends, make sure you're home on time, stop calling your mother by her first name, call her mom, and then all of a sudden, you hate him for 2 years, and then you walk across the stage at Harvard, graduating third in your class, and you got a job at Goldman Sachs waiting on you.
That's
and now
nice.
you're rich, and it's basically a Netflix episode every day of your life. He's organized. He has structure. They have accountability there. They have depth there. Like I said, I like what they did in the portal on the edge. And I know the injuries have kind of piled up a little bit in the DB background. There's really only one, but LSU has recruited so well, and now they're in year 2 of the Brian Kelly system. LSU has freaks, okay? I'm just waiting for Nick Fury to show up after one of the practice and try and snatch a couple of them to go, team up with Wakanda and fight the next alien invasion.
I think we'll look back at the end of the year and say Harold Perkins Jr. is one of the best defensive players in the country.
Good luck.
I mean, it's what he can do on a football field is awesome.
Yeah.
Let's go to P. Cole 6, hashtag Ask Crain and Company. That's us. Had a nightmare last night that my Boise State Broncos started 0-2. What hope do we have?
Schedule? Can we pull that up?
I can pull up a schedule.
Yeah, I tell you what. You want to talk about a tough opening schedule nobody's talking about? Look at Tulane's first 3 games.
I know.
South Alabama.
South, they got Ole Miss.
Okay.
Ole Miss.
Southern
Miss. Will Hall ain't
Week
playing
1,
either.
you're at Washington.
Loss.
All right, week 2, you have UCF at home.
Do we trust John Reed Spumney? Do we trust him?
I do.
Do we?
He's a baseball player.
Boise State at home. It gets weird on the blue
football player
turf.
who plays
Boise's
baseball
going to be
too,
pretty
right?
good.
Somewhat.
That one's a toss-up.
He's got to get a lot. He scares me when he throws.
You're holding that
running.
L at
He's a great
Washington.
runner. But
You're
there's certain throws.
definitely holding that
You have
L.
North Dakota week 3.
North Dakota or North Dakota State? It's a big difference.
North Dakota.
Okay.
So that's probably a dub. Then you have, go back to this. You have at San Diego State week 4.
Snapdragon.
At Memphis week 5. San Jose State at home. At Colorado State. Wyoming at home. On the road at Fresno. New Mexico at home. At Utah State. And then boys at Air Force come.
Damn, that schedule kind of sucks. I didn't realize Boise State. I mean, that's one of those where it's like, oh, it's not super heavy in the front half. It's not super heavy in the back half. It's just like you got good teams just all the way through it. Watch out for Air Force, man.
Never fun. Let's go to Tyler Perry, $5 donation. Tyler, thank you.
Medea.
LSU, how are you doing? LSU will be the first team to beat Alabama in 2 consecutive years since Ole Miss in the early 2010s. It's due. I can genuinely see them going 12-0.
If there's ever a year to catch Bama at home, it's so tough to win in Bryant-Denny. I think that stadium is somewhat underrated. Now, the most important part is Alabama has better players than most of the teams they play. That makes it the hardest to play there. But if you're ever going to catch them with all the questions they have this year, and look, Alabama could go, in my opinion, anywhere from 9-3 to 12-0. You'll find out what I think next Friday when we do predictions. But this LSU team is going to be as talented as Alabama, if not more talented, and more experienced in some very important spots. So going on the road, Jaden Daniels, he's played in big games. It's going to be tough either way, but we're going to see. All right, we're going to get back to the Booster Club. Make sure you subscribe on our YouTube channel. Make sure you're following us on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, okay? I don't care. Whatever you want to call it. Let's go to some yes or no, Dave. What do you think?
Yes or no? This should be producer Justine coming up with yes or no.
Yeah. Hey, Ruth Bader Ginsburg back there. What do we got?
I don't know if I get that joke.
Well, you were just like judging earlier, like right when the show started. So I was
You call it X? Okay, yeah, I get it now.
Yeah.
Good Shooty's better. All right, number 1. The Yankees finishing under 500 is more likely than there being no MLB player currently using performance-enhancing drugs.
Yeah. It's called Winstraw. Now, it's
No.
No.
No, it's more likely that there are baseball players using performance.
Oh, wait. I misread the question then. I misread the question.
Well, you have to stand by your answer.
100%.
Yes.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Plus, the Yankees are just a game under 500, right?
Yeah, it's...
Look, the apology's coming. We're going to turn it around.
They're not going to apologize.
There's 40 games left.
40 games. Plenty
They're
of
not
time.
going to apologize.
There's plenty of time. All right? They're going to apologize.
Look, they
deserve to.
CNN'd you, okay?
They did, but there's got to be guys in there.
For sure.
There's got to be. There's ways around this, guys. Like,
Tell them.
they know when they're going to get tested. They get told when they're going to get tested. All right, you can have certain things in your system. Once you get close, you can get them out. Like the science behind steroids these days, it's crazy. I'm sure there's a lot of football players doing it, baseball players. Hell, there might be soccer players doing it, hockey players. Like, there's ways around this stuff. They're not like super on your ass about this. They're more upset about weed, if anything.
Well, I think that the testing has gotten a lot better. I mean, but if you notice, like, guys' heads aren't getting bigger anymore. But just like athletes evolve, science evolves, they get better at hiding it. There will always be people cheating. There's people that cheat in chess. I mean, there's some guys that put like buzzers inside their underwear that like they get. I'm just telling you, it's a real thing.
What? And then what are you doing? In your spare time?
Wasn't that guy?
What are you doing?
Who,
Yeah.
that guy who cheated and
Yeah.
like the we can't really say it on the show.
It's worth a Google.
He put something that's not supposed to be there and it would buzz like when he's supposed to make a certain move. It was wild.
Yeah.
It was
You think
wild.
you want to win?
You don't want to know what I do.
You never wanted to win as bad as that guy.
Wow.
He won too.
Yeah.
I couldn't prove anything.
He won, but then kind of lost.
He lost in life.
Yeah.
lost
He
in
won,
life.
but he was hurting afterwards for
Yeah,
sure.
that's for damn sure.
So I'd go no. Go no on
I'm going
that.
to say no. Somebody's
All right.
choosing.
This next one is from our director. I think it's funny. The Chiefs fan base would rather bail out the super fan who was indicted on bank robbery charges than Jackson Mahomes.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
Oh, yes. Tell the people about this story over there.
So,
No.
You'd think they'd bail out Jackson Mahomes first?
nobody likes Jackson Mahomes.
Is it just a family thing?
It's
So Pat-
Patrick's our quarterback
so
thing.
Pat won't get upset?
I don't think
Look,
Patrick-
Pat,
I think
look,
Patrick-
what was robbing banks? I'm sorry, Patrick Mahomes, if he wants his brother to get bailed out, sure,
That wasn't
Patrick.
part of the
Here, let me
hypothetical.
throw roses in front of you. You can
You're
eat
making
grapes
parts
as I
up.
feed
You're
you
thinking
food.
about this the wrong way.
Okay.
If Jackson Mahomes is out of the way,
Yes.
Patrick doesn't have to deal with him.
Focus.
He already has to deal with his crazy wife. If Jackson Mahomes is behind bars, where he should be for the good of America,
Pat might get a good
not
night's
just Patrick
sleep then.
Mahomes.
It's his
but for the good of
brother.
America.
It's his
no,
brother.
get him out of the way. Your brother. You know he's safe, right? He can do his little TikTok.
We'll see you after.
dances.
We'll get him out
The
after.
man
think
football
he's
danced
season.
on
safe
Sean
in jail?
Taylor. The
Do
man
you think-
danced on Sean Taylor's number.
You think this isn't about, it's more about Patrick than it is about
That's
his
exactly
brother,
right. It's my whole
okay?
point.
So whatever will make Patrick happy, then we will do. Oh, boy, he's a Chiefs fan who robbed banks. Look,
Stop trying to get
That's not
inside
gonna hurt
Patrick's mindset. You're not an attorney here.
but I have a brother,
okay?
and I know what it feels like.
You-
So I
You know what it
ever
feels
compare
like
me
for
to
him?
Jackson Mahomes?
No.
You're
I'll
Jackson
drown you.
Mahomes.
I
I'm
will
not,
drown you in
I'm not
battle.
comparing you to Jackson Mahomes. I'm not comparing. I'm saying if we're in that situation, all right, and if you're
And I was Jackson Mahomes.
if you were Patty, hell, if I was Jackson Mahomes, would you bail me
You're
out?
Jackson Mahomes.
I'm not.
Well, hopefully you would have had an intervention a long time ago.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
wouldn't
That's
let
called.
you.
I would have got
First
my
of all,
ass beat.
So
growing
tell
up.
the people what happened here with this.
Okay,
Chiefs
so this Chiefs super fan, all right, Xavier, like Baba Kunda, that's his name, whatever. He robbed, allegedly, he's been indicted. Okay, so I'm using the word allegedly. Robbed like 6 banks, okay, through a span of I think it was like close to a year or something like that. And he's like, you know how every team has like their super fan? Like you see the Jets guy who's like the fireman, who's Everybody has that.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Cowboys, everybody has that dude. So this guy apparently robbed a bunch of banks, allegedly, and then funneled the money through sports books and used the money to travel to every Chiefs home and away game. You think you love your team?
Man.
How much do you think you're a fan?
Wow.
This term super fan applies 100% to this guy. He was willing to put his freedom on the line to be able to fund, now maybe you went a little overboard, to fund his ability to attend home and away games for the Chiefs. The way I see it, they just won the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes won the MVP. If I'm the Chiefs organization, hey, maybe we throw some attorneys over there, try and get this guy out. Maybe he's the difference.
Wow. That's a documentary in the waiting right there.
It's probably already made. By the time you get home, it's probably already on Netflix.
Yeah, it's untold, but also told.
100%.
I love that.
It's like the first Black Mirror episode of the new season.
That's exactly right.
Number 3. It is a smart career move to return to a high school coaching job after completely botching your opportunity at a higher level.
Yes, it's for the kids, man. Go back to your roots.
No.
Love you, muscle shed.
I love your muscle shirt. Got a gorgeous set of
No, it's not.
Yes.
No,
it
it's
is.
not a good look, dude. It's not.
No. And here,
You blew
okay,
it.
David, go ahead and say why yes.
What would you say it again,
your Sarah
Justine? What was your
McLachlan
terminology?
story here.
If you were in the hang on,
It's a
sorry,
good
wrong one.
look.
It is a smart career move to return to a high school coaching job after completely botching your opportunity at the higher level.
So here we're talking about Pat Fitzgerald
And
fired
Jeremy
from Northwestern and Jeremy Pruitt. Look, yeah, go back to your roots. A smart career move. You don't have a lot of options to start with.
Look,
you know,
you can always go to Saban's rehabilitation clinic.
and maybe that'll happen.
Yeah.
And maybe that'll happen, especially for Jeremy Pruitt. Actually, maybe for Pat Fitzgerald as well. But no, I like when guys go to high school. Is it under the wrong circumstances? Yes, it is. Are the facilities maybe not quite as nice? I don't know. Depends on what high school you go to. We're talking about Northwestern.
Yeah,
here.
you've been to Texas?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on what high school.
it's the Kenny Powers move,
Yeah.
right? And obviously,
My dad said you ruined baseball.
Here's the part to me. And look, the Pat Fitzgerald thing, there's a lot to explore here.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of hearsay, but I'm just wondering, like, how that interview went at the high school. And they're like, yeah, so your last job, you were the head coach at Northwestern. I see right here. What happened?
You think they turned off the lights when he walked in for his interview?
It's like, yeah, well, I was terminated by the president because they accused me of having a toxic culture within the team, like through hazing. They're like, what was going on? What was the hazing? It's like, well, allegedly, if you screwed up in practice, they would turn the lights off, put on masks, and drive over you mercilessly.
You ever been to Tallywhackers at night?
You're hired. You want to coach PE?
Yeah. Here's a bunch of kids.
Yeah, no, here. I think the Pat Fitzgerald, we got a long way to go. But Jeremy,
Didn't he volunteer?
Here's what I don't care if you volunteer. That's like, oh, hey, OJ Simpson's volunteering
Hey, man,
at
that
the
glove
Boys
didn't
and Girls
fit,
Club. Yeah, that glove didn't fit.
dog.
I'll say this. If I'm like Jeremy Pruitt literally has a show cause against him coaching in the NCAA. Like if somebody hires him, they get like a suspension for a year, like or probation or whatever. So I can understand the Jeremy Pruitt thing more than the Pat Fitzgerald thing. If I'm Pat Fitzgerald, we know Jeremy Pruitt's not innocent. Okay, we know that. He knows that. I know that. You know that. Pat Fitzgerald, if I'm Pat Fitzgerald, I'm on the mountaintop screaming I didn't know. I'm on the mountaintop screaming I didn't know. I'm not taking a volunteer job at the high school. If anything, I'm not taking any job right now. You got the money. Pat Fitzgerald's going to be fine. I'm hanging at the crib.
What if another Big Ten job opens up after this season?
Oh,
like
that's
Indiana or like.
But I mean, you just went 1-11. Like, can you do that? Can he do the job anymore?
No, he was like Northwestern's guy.
I know. That's why they didn't fire him after he went 1-11.
Exactly.
So
he actually had good seasons there for a while.
I know. There's no way he gets hired in the Big Ten again. There's no way. There's no way. I don't know how you come back from
So then go to high school. That's what he did.
I mean, look, you can go be an analyst in the league.
Well, go to the Nick Saban Coaches Rehabilitation Clinic and Center for Coaches who want to do stuff better.
Gooder, yeah.
Good again.
More better.
There we go. What's next?
Next one. If you were in the NFL and knew that you'd hit a $50 million bet but would be suspended indefinitely without pay, you would still place that bet.
50
hold
mil?
on.
Am I on the practice squad? Am I on the practice squad? Or am I starting?
You're a
Starting at wide
starting field player.
Okay, there's a lot going on there. Because if I
Starting
have
field player.
because if I'm
Really
hitting a
great job,
$50 million
I said
bet,
skilled player.
Oh, I thought you said field player.
Okay.
$50 million bet. First of all, how much money do I have even to start with to hit a bet that gets me 50 mil?
30 leg parlay.
Must be just a 59
yeah,
leg.
30 leg parlay. Buddy.
Yes. Yes.
And you
Actually,
keep the
I mean,
money,
Well,
obviously.
she didn't give me any other information on the hypotheticals.
That's so
I don't know.
surprising.
Am I playing quarterback in the league?
Skill.
Am I?
Yeah.
Because if I'm
Yeah,
playing
you're playing quarterback, Cone. I'll make you quarterback.
No.
Oh, if I'm playing
Lane's a
quarterback,
receiver.
No.
I'm
Yeah.
watching.
Hell no.
Look, if I'm making tackles on special teams, it's one thing.
Yeah.
All right. If I'm out here slinging the pill on Sundays,
Even
then
backup.
even a backup.
Yeah.
You saw what Chase Daniel did. He robbed
Chase
him
Daniel-
blind.
Even
Chase
better.
Daniel got
Even
the
better
bag.
being the backup. I ain't
Yeah.
got to worry about nothing.
Yeah.
But also hitting a $50 million bet though, kind of just one.
But
fell
dude, I get to
swoop.
play what I love. I'm getting paid for it.
I think this is the question,
that.
like, if you won the lottery, would you take the lump sum or take the payments over time?
I'm
knowing
lumping
you
it.
get more, but knowing you get more money if you take the payments over time.
If that's part of this, then yes, I would do that. I would say no. I won't take the 50
I
million.
would say no.
I say nay.
But if I'm on the practice squad and I'm on
Yeah.
the $400,000 minimum,
Yeah.
let's hit that bet, baby.
Yes, sir.
Let's go to Vegas.
I'll buy tickets to the games. I'll see y'all.
If I'm out here having to run in those things up front
Yeah.
for $450,000 a year,
if I'm a gunner on special teams,
kick me out of the, hold me at
please.
gunpoint, Roger
Yeah.
Goodell. Kick me out of the league. I'll take my
100%.
$50 million. All right, I want to get back to the Booster Club.
Okay, let's go to Broken Devil Dog, $5 donation. Got a new name, formerly known as Chrissy. All right, just wanted to give a mighty go blue and hail to the victor.
Hail to the victors valiant. I like that guy.
All right, Ride Highs, another donation, $2. Happy birthday, Devin. Yeah, happy birthday, Devin. Birthday, buds.
Dev.
YouTube won't let her donate. We'll get working on that.
Whoa.
Let's go to Alex Knight, $5 donation. Need some help on who to keep in my 12-team keeper league.
Oh, here we go.
Who y'all think? Amon-Ra, Kelsey, Herbert, Pickens, go Dogs, and go Braves.
Easy
Trav.
answer, Travis Kelce. Travis
Keep
Kelce.
Trav in there in the family.
Yeah, God, I'd have to go. I think George Pickens is going to have a huge year.
Yeah, that's it. There's no way you put George Pickens above Travis Kelce, though, if you're picking.
All right, let's go to Lowry Travels, $10 donation. Appreciate that. Hey, guys, love the show. Love you.
Love you.
Watches every day. Do you guys see Hugh Freeze winning the Coach of the Year in his first 3 years? What about an SEC championship? War Eagle from North Dakota.
Nothing would surprise me with Hugh Freeze. The man's won everywhere he's went, and when he didn't win, it was self-inflicted wounds. Like, he saw his professional life flash before his eyes. He took Ole Miss to #1. I'm not going to put a ceiling on Hugh Freeze at a place like Auburn. I'm not going to do that. It's like a Lil Wayne album. All right, it's like a mixtape. No ceilings. There's no ceilings on Hugh Freeze. I would not be surprised if he did. It's going to be tough. You look to your left, your two biggest rivals, Georgia, is hotter than they've ever been. They're Hansel at the Male Model Awards right now. And we know Alabama with Emperor Saban over there, they're not going anywhere. The empire is still strong. The SEC's adding Texas and Oklahoma, but we are going to a 12-team playoff. So we'll see, but I'm not going to put a ceiling on Hugh Freeze.
So Charles Dossett, $2 donation. Jake, tell us a story about Blaine as a kid. We can probably get to that later in the show.
Yeah, Charles, I'm not falling for it. By the way, that Charles sent me a video of us giving the motivational speech to Cassette, his daughter, yesterday, the gymnast. It's fantastic stuff. I need to find a way to be able to tweet that video out. I don't know enough science and math put together to be able to figure that out yet, but we're working on it.
How about electronics?
Isn't that just another version of science and math put together?
I don't know. I can't spell either.
Yeah, me neither. Let's go to Just Static Podcast, $2 donations. He says aliens will be back before Texas is.
Again, I'm not going to use the term I always use because now it's just a running joke. But every year and every circumstance and every team is different. If trends were true, nobody would ever get better and nobody would ever get worse. Just because you hadn't done something in 20 years doesn't mean you're not going to do it this year. We're going to make our predictions on the Big 12, I think, Tuesday, David. That's the day we have slated for it. And don't be shocked if there's a lot of good news for Texas coming from the guy right here, from John Ye.
All right, let's go to Daily Wire, friends. $5 donation. Thanks for joining us last night, David.
Yeah.
Great discussing about chess. Sounds super interesting.
I heard
We talked about chess. We
a
talked
lot.
about Victoria's Secret last night.
Wow.
We talked about all sorts of stuff. We talked about the crazy lizard lady on the plane.
I'm hearing words like chest and Victoria's Secret.
Chess.
Chess, it's a game.
Chess.
Chess.
Yeah. They talked about chest last night. Yeah.
I thought you said chest. Like your chest. Like
Nah, it's a game you play. It
Chesticle
has like pieces and stuff. But
Oh,
we talked
nice.
about a lot of things. We probably talk about chess too at some point.
Nice.
But either way, Daily Wire Friends podcast. You need to go check it out on YouTube. It was a great time, and we went for 90 minutes, I think.
Hey.
what's going on X over there?
Once we get a
Twitter?
question here. Okay, here we go. Spell my name wrong.
Come on, Twitter.
Let's go to MLB Millie. Blaine, do you guys think Jordan Travis is being overlooked in the Heisman combo?
Not really.
Well, if you look outside of Caleb Williams, everybody's over like plus 1,000 odds. Yesterday, Caleb
I was surprised Drake May was lower. Drake May was like 4th or 5th on the list. I think I saw one that had Drake May lower than Jordan Travis.
That wouldn't shock me. You look at the team Florida State has around
Sure.
them. You have to have Heisman opportunities to have Heisman moments.
And kind of
I
that 9-win year is kind of the floor.
I know, and that's what I mean. RG3 was the last one to win the Heisman with 9 wins.
I don't know that for a fact, but yeah, I think they went 9-3
sounds
at
right.
Baylor that year.
Sounds right. I look at North Carolina, and as a team, I don't think they're going to be bad, but I don't think they're going to be good enough for Drake May to win the Heisman. If North Carolina makes the playoff, it's because Drake May just absolutely freaked out. Just absolutely freaked out, and he's going to win the Heisman if they make the playoff. That's the only way.
Let's go to Travis Williams. As you see Auburn upsetting LSU this upcoming season, how does Auburn, if they do, how do they do it?
Magic. It's at LSU. I think LSU outside of Georgia is the most talented team they're going to play on the schedule, and it's on the road down there in Baton Rouge, which I'm sure knowing they'll play the game at 9 o'clock at night. So that place will just be insane. Be like a Harry Potter movie down there. So no, I don't. I don't see him at all.
Let's go to Aaron Demers. What's up, Aaron? Hashtag Ask Crain and Co. How long do you think Saban is going to coach after you bought, correct me if I'm wrong, a $17 million mansion in Florida? That can't just be a lake house. That's your forever home.
He already has a lake house.
Yeah, he's got a lake house, a pond house, a puddle house, an ocean house, an island house, whatever, but horror house, whatever. Not horror, scary. Make sure we get that
Yeah, make
right.
sure you enunciate
They are
that.
scary.
Yeah, huh?
They can be scary.
They can be scary though.
Aggressive.
I didn't say brothel.
Okay.
Okay.
Now you
Didn't say it. I think I give Saban until he wins his next natty. I don't think he's going out
If he gets
unless
another
he wins
one,
a natty.
yeah.
That's why I was kind of hoping he'd win it a couple of years ago. Just we'll eat one. What's one more, right? What's one more? But speaking about one more, you see another dark spot in the mirror on your face?
I don't.
All right.
I use Genucel.
That's. I tell you, you're a professional.
Oh, is that where you're going?
You're a true professional. They're not going away all on their own. We can all see it, and it's grossing all of us out. So you need help from Genucel's Dark Spot Corrector, here just in time for the summer. All right, the Dark Spot Corrector has not one, but 3 cutting-edge ingredients and goes to work fast on sunspots, dark spots, liver spots, and even old discoloration. All right, if you look like a Picasso painting, you can fix it on your face and hands. And it's for men and women. All right, the Booster Club, all right, our audience sold Genucel out last time. Okay, so it's obviously worked, and they're super jacked and tan about it now. And with Genucel, you'll see the results or get your money back, no questions asked. David, look at your skin. You're glowing.
I can't
You're
look at it,
glistening. You look glazed.
I'll let you look at it.
Oh, I'm going to look at it.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it right now.
And also,
I'm going to look at it and I'm going to like
take
it.
care of your ladies, too. I got this
sure.
for the wife. I got this for mom for Mother's Day. Take care of them. Get that Genucel package.
So, Flaming Dragon, the mustache is coming back, right, for college football season? Rumor has it?
You know, there's a whisper in the wind.
There is?
There's a whisper in the wind that the
I love
stash
that.
might be coming back.
But around the stash.
Around the stash, you got to
that's
clear.
looking
Like,
good.
look, man, look. One thing I love to do is sleep. One thing I'm terrible at is sleeping. All right, there would be dark spots
Yeah.
under here if it went for Genucel. Stay moisturized.
You got more baggage than
Stay
Casey
moisturized,
Anthony.
yeah. Like, trust me, I'm basically a traveler's commercial with the amount of baggage I have. All right, stay moisturized, and Genucel can do that for you.
That's exactly right. So go to Genucel.com/booster, BOOSTER, right now. Get your dark spot corrector with the new Genucel most popular package and say goodbye to those pesky spots tomorrow. You're not a Dalmatian, you're a human. And they're offering free shipping, free returns, and the best luxury skincare you've ever used.
Yeah.
All at 70% off, which is basically free. And all orders will also include a mystery luxury gift while supplies last. What could it be? A giraffe, a puppy, a new car, something luxurious. That's Genucel.com genucel.com/booster, genucel.com/booster. You got skin in the game. And I came up with that slogan. All right, reactions before we get to calls.
Do it.
1-855-236-3228. Anything you want to talk about?
Ole Miss head coach Lane Kiffin, he was on Marty and McGee talking about the state of college football. He said, one, we don't have many kids that are dying to be here. They didn't grow up wanting to go to Ole Miss. We've now moved towards that NFL type model to where it's really just a business. And I would say the joy is just not the same. Your reaction to Lane Kiffin's comment?
What a shot at Ole Miss. I don't think it's look, college football has become way more corporate, that's what I call it. But people have been getting paid for a long time. This isn't something. Lane, you know, y'all are paying people at USC. Everybody was paying everybody. I said Lane. I said Lane.
Lane.
I said Lane.
I want to know who did that.
Lane.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to their toes in there.
Yeah.
I want their toes in there.
Lane.
Gun. Over there
Good.
talking
Stay
about
on
Lane
them.
Kiffin.
Stay on
Calm
them.
down.
I'm pretty sure he said it earlier in the show. We'll go back and look.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, thanks.
He did before we started, but that was ensued the entire argument.
Yeah, I said Lane Kiffin.
That's one
Check
you
the
owe us,
tape.
Director.
Yeah, y'all are.
Don't listen to them,
He's
Trough.
just itching. He wants that over to him.
Troy's just mad that the Cardinals are
Coach-
going to be trash.
Is he a Cards fan?
Arizona.
No,
Broncos.
the Chiefs.
Broncos.
No, hold on.
Broncos.
He's a Broncos
Broncos
fan.
fan.
I'm losing my mind.
Broncos
fan.
I'm losing my mind.
How
It's
dare you.
Jeff that's from Arizona. Hefe. My name's Jeff. But like, this is. How about you recruit better? How about that? I mean, I can get a little bit of what he's saying, but acting like Ole Miss is some poor woe is me, oh, nobody wants to come here. You're the state school of Mississippi that loves their football. I'm about sick of Lane Kiffin crying, to be honest with you.
You just now got sick of it?
Well, and listen, I get it. He does a lot of this stuff for PR and social media. He's part of that new wave of young coaches that have embraced social media. Lane, how about go win the West, man? Go win the West one time. Like, just stop
That is true.
crying about everything. You got it made, man. You got it made. You're the head coach at Ole Miss, right? You're young, good-looking cat. I saw a picture of your girlfriend. Like, look, let's not act like you've had it tough, man. You were the head coach, like the youngest head coach in the NFL ever at the Raiders. You were the head coach at Tennessee, at USC. Now you're at Ole Miss. Just calm down with the crying a little bit, dog.
I feel the same
You're
way
acting like a
about Lane
single
Kiffin.
mother right now.
A single mother?
They got like 3 jobs out here just having to grind like a single mother. Let's calm down a little bit.
I feel the same way about Lane Kiffin that I do about Aaron Rodgers a lot of times. Like, I get so tired of all their off-the-field shenanigans. But then I agree with them a lot of times. That, like a lot of what he's saying is right. Like, yeah, you're moving more towards an NFL model, and there does seem to be some of the joy is not the same in the game. But I think he may be projecting a little bit. Maybe this is just where he's at in his career.
Well, that's what this sounds like. But this sounds
got
like
to crap on Ole Miss in the same breath.
Yeah. Like how many you hated on Ole Miss last year? They were literally losing their minds when they thought you were going to Auburn when you wouldn't come out. Like Lane Kiffin needs to be careful. He just needs to be careful. You go out and y'all better start winning 9 or 10 games at some point. It better get back to there, or this whole theater performance that goes on. He tried to say that there's no minority coaches in like the Big 12 or the SEC. I'm looking at Dave Aranda and Zach Arnett like 2 weeks ago. It was all the rage. Like, just how about you go win football games? Win the division one time. Just stop crying.
I walked by this guy at SEC Media Days. He looked like his dog just died or something.
I don't
and look, you never, guys can be going through some stuff in a given day, but I'm like, isn't that the day you're trying to put your best foot forward?
Yeah, well, he just reminds
you're
me
going through a lot of stuff on making $1 million, millions of dollars. Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up.
It's like
Go back, hear somebody cry on a jet ski?
911.
Yeah. Dude, come on, bro.
Like, my dad got me a jet for Flag Day. It's my second favorite Flag Day present.
Next one up. Vanderbilt Stadium. They play football here.
They do.
In a week. They play football. That's their stadium.
What are we doing?
That's their stadium, boys.
What are we doing?
And I love Clark Lee.
I like Clark. I sit here
Clark's
and try to
dad now.
defend you on a regular basis, dog. And we can't even have the stadium ready. That's not even close.
Here's what I'll say. They're not the first team to not have the stadium completely ready, but that's not even close. But second, why are we expanding at Vanderbilt? Is Vanderbilt expanding the seat? Why? So what? So to make more room for people not to show up?
They won games last year.
Like
that is
I'm
true.
not understanding.
Didn't get the memo?
That is true.
What they did to Hawaii?
This is like somebody.
They beat Florida?
This is like somebody trying to lose weight and adding more room in their pantry. I don't
For
get it.
healthy food.
No, for Snickers and
No.
For healthy food.
Trying to fill that stadium.
Well,
It
I'm
just
like,
needs to get done.
with what?
Like Vandy, with all this conference realignment, I just don't know if we should be doing this right now.
Well, at what point?
It's in a great look for us.
At what point do they go back to the COVID rules where you put like the fake people in the stands? Like, do you think they just put fake people?
Please,
like,
no, that was awful.
That was awful.
All right, but hey, look at Kansas Stadium. Bring up Kansas here. Doing some renovations of their own.
Where's the basketball goal?
No, that's football, baby. Kansas
I love it.
It's
No,
a new dawn. It's a
look,
new day.
Kansas, I think, will fill that thing up. I think they could fill it
There's
up.
I love
nothing
it.
else to do.
I love Coach Leopold. I love him out there. I think he's one of the most underrated coaches in the country. Kansas going to be dangerous this year. Jalen Daniels there. I like the weapons they've put around him. They're legitimate now. They haven't been this legitimate since Mark Mangino, speaking about candy and pantries, since Mark Mangino was out there going with Aqib Talib to Orange Bowls.
I read a stat that said Jalen Daniels, of all returning quarterbacks in college football, Jalen Daniels has the highest QBR of all of them returning.
Look, the
Really?
man's nasty. The man's nasty. Can they stop anybody on defense? That's the question.
Yep. All right, next one up. Michigan State's going to serve alcohol at 4 games this season. We were talking about this. Why 4? Why is it 4?
Like, you're making a money play. Like, sell them at every game.
Let's go. We
I don't
only
wanna-
get so few games.
What's the thinking behind only selling it at 4 games?
They're like, we're only going to do it at 1 game, and it's the Michigan game in East Lansing. And
Yeah, you're gonna have to
there's
drink to
talk
watch
about
that
if you're a
ass.
Michigan fan, don't come to the game this year after the tunnel fight last year.
That's
Don't
what they
even
want.
show up.
That's what they
And it's a
want.
night game.
That's what they want.
Not only are we coming, we're leaving with Paul Bunyan.
Oh, PB.
Okay, we're
P.
coming. And we're
Bizzle.
leaving with Paul Bunyan.
While drinking a PBR?
I can't speak to that. But
I think you could.
Speak to
Okay.
PBR.
I think you can
maybe
speak
cold
it.
soda or
I think I may see you
Make
drink
sure
one
you get
tomorrow.
Z-Biotics.
Yeah.
Ace's birthday party tomorrow?
Oh yeah, there's
That's
gonna be a lot of
true.
Z-Biotics
Bounce House? What are you
tonight.
throwing on the grill? I know you. What?
I don't want to ruin the surprise.
No, Dave,
I
I
want to
wanna
know.
Ruin the
Dave, I
surprise.
wanna know. I wanna
boys.
know.
I want to smell it when I walk
Does
in
it
the
have?
house.
Does it have the word? Does it start with the letters P and B?
Look, I can confirm.
Girl-
or deny
girl,
that,
stop. You won't.
Girl, stop.
What do we
Let's
need to
see.
bring over? What do you want me to bring over?
Nothing.
Yeah, no, don't
Just
say.
bring
we're-
yourself.
No,
Just bring
no,
yourself, buddy.
don't do that. We got to bring something, and I don't want it to just be like, oh, we're
I
bringing
thought you
over.
said something about sliders or something.
You did say about chicken parm sliders and gassed everybody
Reed.
up about it.
Reed,
Yeah.
Cream
we
Canty,
go.
it's time.
All right, next one up here. I want to talk about the Chicago Bulls logo for a second.
What?
Have you guys seen this before?
I've seen that
That's
logo.
the logo,
Yep.
right? You've seen that.
Yep.
Okay.
I know what that is.
Turn it upside down. Turn it upside down for me.
I'm having a
Same-
seizure.
That is a robot reading a Bible on a crab. Just look at it.
Oh my!
That's a robot reading a Bible on a crab. Tell me you see it.
Dude,
Tell me you
you
see
know what
it.
you know what I see? You know what I see?
Hmm.
I see Marshmallow, the DJ,
Yes.
spinning some
Got it.
lazy Susans.
I'm innocent to my guilt.
Tell me you'll never unsee that now.
Dude, that
They
is.
How
do
did
that
I
on
miss
purpose?
this? All these
Okay.
years I missed this.
What are the odds of this being an accident, though? I know there's like some pictures like
But who-
that you like look at and it looks like it's something like dirty, and then you look out and it's like a lamp.
It has like
There's no way they did this on purpose.
I agree with
There's
you. But
no
then
way they
look
did
at
it.
it and look
the
at it though.
detail.
I know. There's no way they did
Like
this
that
on
is a
purpose.
robot. That's an alien
I
robot
wonder how many
with an
things
open
you
book.
could flip upside down and they just and what you would see.
See, this makes me think like we're
Segment?
really in the Matrix.
There's something,
man.
yeah.
There's a
There's
segment.
something going on.
There's a segment in there.
There's a segment in. I don't know what it'd be, but we'll brainstorm.
You want to see some more Matrix activity? Bring up Kim Kardashian. I saw this.
Putting the Kim
This
K
fake,
video on
this
here?
whatever this fake meat. You know the new
Oh, you
fake
told me
meats
about
they have
this.
Beyond Meat or whatever. I don't know
Yeah,
which one this is.
I don't believe it.
Show Kim Kardashian's fake meat commercial that she's advocating for here, please.
But I've stepped in to help with my greatest asset, my taste.
There's
Look at.
There's not
There's
a
no
bite
bite
out of the sandwich.
unless she
She can't even be bothered to take a bite out of the product.
Made $100 million for that commercial.
Yeah, that's
There's
the
100
no,
more.
but, like that's how stupid they think everybody is.
She doesn't care. She's
Either
getting
that
paid.
or you took exactly a half bite out of it. And I know Kim K didn't do
No, no,
that.
no, no,
No, she took no
Play it
bite of
again.
that.
Untouched right
Yeah.
there. Probably made hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yep.
But if you're the commercial, like there's somebody that's in charge of just
I've
making.
stepped in to help with my greatest
Yes,
asset.
but
my
she's not going to
taste.
listen to them. What director
No,
on the
but she
set
didn't even
is-
have to take the bite.
just
but that
pull it
just
out,
shows you
right?
how bad of an actress she is.
No, I mean, how did we let that slip, guys? How do we let that
Yeah,
slip?
that's bad.
Because they
We're
came up to her
editing
and they
it.
said, "Hey, could you, I mean, you're in this scene. You're pretending to eat the product. Could you take a bite of the product?" And she says, "No, I'm not doing it. Get away from me." What advertising director?
But then you
was
say,
able to tell
"Hey,
Kim
Dan, come
Kardashian?
over here, take a bite out of this."
And then we'll put it down.
We'll put it down. We'll make it look like
there's no way you go through the edit.
You don't need to CGI a bite out of the burger.
Yeah.
There's
I watched
some grip or some gaff.
I watched Transformers the other day. I'm pretty sure they could take a bite out of this.
Exactly right.
How bad is
We're
that?
not asking it to turn into an 18-wheeler after it lands.
Goodness gracious, we're failing as society. That meat probably got sold out.
And they did the work to cut it in half.
Cut it in half and everything.
It's
dude.
not-
Took a
it's-
bite out
yeah.
of it.
It's not
All right,
meat.
boys.
Watch your mouth.
That's what I have today.
It's beyond me.
I love it. Good
Good
reaction,
stuff,
Dave.
man. All right. Let's get to calls.
Let's do it. We have Jessica on the line in Atlanta.
Jessica.
Jessica, what's going on?
Hey guys, it's your friend Real Truth Cactus with a very important question for you.
What's up?
What's up?
All right, I saw David Cohn on the Daily Wire Friends podcast the other day talking about power slap and whether or not it's a real sport. And it made me think of esports. Is esports a real sport?
Okay. All right. If we want to walk down this road,
No.
Go ahead.
it comes out. What's the definition of a sport?
Hit us with yours.
Well, I'm going to read what the actual definition
Okay.
is. It's you're exerting energy in a competitive form, and you're playing against somebody, basically.
So staring could be a
How are you exerting energy?
Because your
It's
body's just
staring.
he's right. Your body just exerts energy even when you're sitting still. You're breathing, your heart's pumping. So
Okay, well,
is
I'm-
that our definition? Like you can just move your fingers and that's exerting energy.
I mean, that's not our
chess?
definition. That's the definition.
The
She asked
definition
for
is
our
made up by us people.
Okay.
You know?
Well, that's what we go
It's
by.
not a good
Right.
Here's the
analogy.
thing.
we
We
can
like
sit here and
video
make up-
games.
They just
Why don't
changed
you-
the definition of
say
a
this.
woman, by
no,
the way,
I said this is
too.
the thing. I don't think playing on just a controller on a game's a sport.
Okay.
I think VR, when you're running
Okay.
and you're jumping, doing that
get behind
competitively,
that.
Okay.
is a sport. Just like
get
chess
behind that.
isn't a sport, in my opinion.
Okay, but you're moving the pieces. You're doing
I'm not
as
moving
much
the
work
pieces,
on a
Reese's
chessboard
Pieces.
as you are Reese's Pieces.
All right.
Jessica, what do you say?
I think it takes a little bit more dexterity in the hands, right? It's not like in chess, I have to move my hands in a certain pattern within a certain number of seconds. I just have to think that through. But like you have to have some physical hand-eye motor coordination to be able to hit X, circle, triangle, whatever, and also see what's happening on the screen, you know?
The mental exertion from chess, though. I mean, you're exhausted after. If you want to
Sure.
play a high level game of chess, you're exhausted after. Seriously.
Not if you have the buzzer thing.
Not if you have the buzzer. If you just go really fast.
That's a great question.
Yeah,
I love that.
that's
question. What do
a
you
great
think? I mean, this power slap. People are talking about power slaps, not a sport. Well, it's competitive and it's entertaining. So I want to be on the front row every time.
Yeah.
Look, I watched those guys get hit. I heard
Esports
those
are-
guys get hit. It's a sport.
And you say the same thing about esports.
Yeah,
It's competitive and entertaining.
There
right.
you go.
I mean, it's the biggest, video games are one of the biggest industries in the world.
I like where you're going, Jessica. It's a
That's
good
one of-
question.
Great question.
Yeah, great question.
Hey,
Hey,
Jessica.
you
Thank
hold down Atlanta for us, all right? We'll be
ATL.
back someday. Sean
All right,
in
I'm looking
Louisiana.
forward to it.
All right, see ya. We got Sean in Louisiana. Sean, what's the word on this Friday?
Good morning, Crain and crew. What's going on?
What's up,
brother?
So I have my own version of a game called Yes or No. I like to call it $1 million but. So basically, you get $1 million, but there's something unfortunate that comes with the million, and you have to decide whether or not you'll take it. You guys ready to play?
Let's
Let's go, Sean.
I have a situation for each of you, and I'd like to know where you stand.
Let's
so
go.
let's
No,
start with
I
David
love it.
Cohn.
Come on, hit me.
You get $1 million, but until the millionth dollar is spent, Michigan cannot beat Ohio State.
Until I get $1 million,
You got to spend it?
and I have to spend all of it, and then Michigan can win again. Is that right?
That's correct.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I'm gonna spend $1 million.
No.
That game's not for.
No, you know what you do?
Huh.
You take $1 million, you take it on the other team, first other team that Michigan's playing, you bet them to win.
East Carolina. But let's not have an App State situation.
Well, you said that you know the rules. Michigan can't win again until you spend that $1 million.
Oh, I
Against
thought they
Ohio-
only
oh,
could
against
beat
Ohio
State
State.
again.
Oh,
Buckeyes.
beat Ohio State. Why'd put it all on Ohio State first time? Actually,
Why wouldn't you
I'd
just
put
put everything on Michigan if you're getting the
I'd put
$1 million?
$999,999 and $99 on Ohio State to win that first game, because once you spend that millionth dollar, now Michigan can win. So you still have that dollar.
Why wouldn't I just spend the whole million, and then when it comes to November, Michigan beats them?
Because now, all right, you just won another, let's say it's even money, $999,999. All right, and you spend one more dollar. You spent the $1 million, Michigan can win, and now you still have your money. I'm trying to help you, dog.
Okay, well, thank you. The answer is yes. Give me the million.
For all those listening, Crain and Company is not a reputable investing platform.
So you say, look at these units up here.
Yeah.
Look at those units up there.
He's got more units than an apartment owner.
All right, now for Jake. You get $1 million, but Auburn rehires Brian Harsin.
Ooh, yes. Yes.
$1 million?
He won't do it.
What check has Auburn ever gave you, dog?
He won't do it.
Yeah, Auburn hasn't sent me a check yet. Yeah, give me $1 million.
Wow.
Give me $1 million.
To go back to
maybe he'll figure it out.
Huddle up. Huddle up with Harsin. I'm a millionaire.
Yeah. Huddle up. We suck.
Yeah.
Hey, huddle up. I'm rich.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Huddle house.
Sean.
And finally, for the one and only Flaming Dragon,
Come on, Shawnee.
you get $1 million, but you have to be an Atlanta Braves fan.
What check the Yankees ever sent you, man?
What's your loyalty, Blaine?
What check the Yankees ever sent
Come
you,
here.
man?
Come here, girl. The Yankees do nothing but trash you.
Huh?
They put you on
You
their
just want to hear it one
highlight
time? Just
downing
to
them
set the
last
tone here?
The Yankees Twitter account put you on their highlight video.
Come on.
Because
They see
you
an
were
injury,
right.
dude. Trying to
last
be a millionaire
year.
or not?
No!
Whoa!
I'm not doing it.
He's lying.
Cap.
Can't buy my loyalty, Sean.
Liar.
man.
You can't
Sean,
buy my
that
loyalty.
man just lied to you,
Yeah.
Sean.
Look,
John, the second
you
that
can
deal
cut me,
got
you
offered.
can kick me. I'm not leaving.
He's going to text you after
I'm
the
not
show.
leaving.
He's going to text you after the show if the deal's still valid.
The second
I'm not
this
leaving.
man got offered that deal, he would be
Not leaving.
He would dress up like a Native American and run around Atlanta.
Look, I do that every Tuesday anyway. All right? I'm not going, Sean. I'm not going to Rainbow
Sean,
Land.
he's a liar.
And you can't make me, okay?
I love that.
Yeah.
That's great.
Jeff's a liar.
Great call, Shawnee.
That's great. Thank you, Sean.
John.
Appreciate it, man. All right, next up is Cody in Illinois.
Here we go.
Cody,
Oh,
what's
is this
on,
update?
what's on the docket today, Cody? We got trivia or update?
All right, who is ready for a QB10 update?
Come on, brother.
See how he did.
We had Penn State this week.
I don't like this one.
Huh?
I didn't
Why?
like this one.
All right,
Feel
so
great.
we have number 7 Michigan at 6-0 going against number 15 Penn State at 4-2.
Mm-hmm.
And we will go ahead and start with Cone's stats.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 18 of 33 for 205 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception.
Gotta stop throwing picks,
And,
but okay.
Hey, 3-1. We'll
Okay,
take
3
that.
to 1.
I don't know. Could have tipped off somebody's hand.
Rely on the
That's true.
defense,
Okay.
coach. We usually
All
score
right.
21 to
Did we win the football game, though?
And the final score, Penn State 41, Michigan 30.
I told
Cone
you.
finally suffers his first defeat.
I told you I didn't like it.
The defense blew it.
41-30.
They've been carrying him the whole year.
They blew it.
What? So man, that's tough. So I mean,
41.
you guys are in trouble. That's a Big Ten East loss.
No, there's
you
no
got to beat
divisions.
Ohio
So-
State.
There's no divisions
There's
in
no
06.
divisions. There was
Oh,
no
that's
divisions
right,
back
because
then.
it's back.
But there's
in the
also
day.
no
So,
conference
at
game.
halftime, it was 15-13 Penn State, and in the first drive of the second
Not
half,
a pick six.
a pick six was
No, it just can't be a pick
And-
six. Throw it away.
and Penn State went on a little run. But
No.
at one point, it was 33-13, and Cone did start a little bit of a comeback and made it 33-27 at one point with touchdown passes to receiver number 86 and 15, which would be Mario Manningham and Steve Breston.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I was having a good
But,
Friday. I've let the team down, let the city
That
down.
wasn't enough.
Y'all tell Adam his
But,
birthday's
next-
canceled
Hold on.
tomorrow. We got work to do. Dad let the family down.
Hey, the long way to go. You can still sneak in there. Got to beat Ohio State now.
All right, so
Beat everyone.
next week is Iowa.
Ugh.
That's going to be another tough game. But after that, it's Northwestern, Ball State, and Indiana. So we get past Iowa.
What's Iowa's
Still
ranked? Do we
going to
know?
Ohio State with 1 loss.
Yeah.
Iowa is ranked like 17th. They have 1 loss in conference, possibly 2 losses overall. But I think it's winnable. I definitely think it's winnable.
Is it on the road?
Look, we're
And if we
focusing
win
on
it-
us.
If we win it, we can go into Ohio State with one loss, and that's the key, because if we go into Ohio
Doable.
State with one loss, it's probably going to be the Big
You
Ten.
got to give
game.
yourself a chance.
Yep.
It
All right.
sounds doable.
All right. Thanks, Cody. Appreciate it, man.
You know what? Start chopping your feet.
Yeah.
Come, why don't you come sit down? Let's watch this play.
Let's watch
It's
it.
going to be a lot of film study this weekend.
Let's watch this
Adam's
play.
birthday's canceled, by the way. So,
Due to lack of hustle.
yeah, by me. All right. Charlie in Georgia. Charlie, what's going on?
Chocolate Factory.
Good morning, fellas. How you doing?
Good,
What's up,
bud.
Oh, man.
Hey, so first of all, Jake, if you listen really close, that thundering sound you can hear is a bunch of Auburn fans coming for you because you'd rather get Brian Harsin back, even if it made you $1 million.
Yeah.
So
Well,
make
let's
sure you-
look.
make sure you- make sure you got the cover.
Sometimes you gotta
Look.
take care of number one.
Y'all set up the GoFundMe for him, and the
Yeah,
tune will
give me $1
change.
million in this hypothetical situation. Give me the real million, actually, and then this hypothetical situation won't happen. But hey, here's
Yeah,
the
but you gotta
crazy
spend
part.
some of that on
Here's
an
the
identity-
crazy
on an
part.
identity.
Here's where I win. Here's where I suits everybody. He said hire Brian Harsin back. He never said
didn't
hire
say
him
what
as
for.
the head coach.
Ooh.
Or I could hire him to be the custodian.
Wow.
So I'm playing a different game than everybody out there.
Very
Speaking
nice.
of chess.
Nice job, Crain.
Thanks, man.
Hey, also, Flaming, I don't know why you have me blocked. I'm the Fed Up OIC on Twitter, and I'd love to hit you up, too, every now and then if you have a moment.
What? I don't block
Dang,
people on
man,
Twitter,
you're
dude. What'd
blocking
you
the Booster
do?
Club talking about the trust tree.
What'd you
Wow,
do?
out here?
Hold
You're the
on.
Panthers
I don't know.
O-line.
Hey, hold on.
That's why
What's your
I keep
what's
asking
your
you to
hand?
do
What's
it.
your handle, bud? Free plug. What's your handle?
I'm the Fed Up OIC. I'm that stick figure that's looking pissed off sitting at a desk.
Set up OIC.
The Fed Up.
Fed up.
Yes, FED. The Fed Up OIC.
And the is
Yeah,
T-H-E.
Jake, you and I go back and forth about college football.
I'm a man of the people. I'm a man of the people.
Not to name drop it, but I'm kind of a big deal.
Yeah. I heard your apartment smells of rich mahogany.
Rich
You got
mahogany.
leather-bound
Actually, that was the thing when I was literally thinking that when I saw you guys talking about the Chiefs super fan. I was thinking of the Ron Burgundy, like, wow, I'm not even mad. That's amazing.
Yeah, no. You ate the whole wheel of cheese.
Hey, while Flaming Flaming fixes his Twitter problems. Hey, the reason I wanted to call is the Payton Thorne question that you had a great take about earlier. My question
I'm
to
listening.
you is: Does this look a lot like it's going to be a 2017 season for Auburn, which is great wins over guys like Georgia and Alabama, but you just can't beat LSU on the road, and you're going to drop another loss to somebody that you shouldn't lose to? My pick this year is Arkansas, and it's going to be like, oh, you competed, you made that's my prediction. My ceiling prediction for us is that we have a 2-loss team. We lose to LSU and we lose to Arkansas, both of whom on the road, but we have some of those ESPN top 10 matchups against Alabama and Georgia this year.
Wouldn't y'all
And
take
so
that?
it's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, remember, that's the thing. That's my prediction. That's my ceiling. My floor is the fact that Alabama and Georgia are still Alabama and Georgia, and
Yeah.
we walk off Jordan Hare with our tail between our legs.
I think,
But
I think there's a lot of things that can happen. I think just a split somehow of Alabama and Georgia would be huge. Because I think what's going to happen is, you got to take care of the ones you got to take care of. You got to beat both the Mississippi schools at home, which is not going to be easy with what Mississippi State has in Ole Miss. You got to take care of Vanderbilt on the road. You got to go undefeated non-conference. You do that, you're looking at 7 wins right there.
Yep.
Then you try and split one of A&M and Arkansas. That's 8 wins right there. You split one of Alabama and Georgia somehow. I don't think you're beating LSU on the road. And I beating Georgia with what they have up front is going to be unbelievably tough. There's a lot more questions about Alabama than there is about Georgia, but hell, it's Alabama. They could end up going 12-0 and having the best team in the country. So there's a certain mixture to get you there. I think 8-4 would be a big time season, would keep the recruiting momentum going as well. But there's some wiggle room in there for 9-3. 10-2 would win you Coach of the Year. Would probably, I don't know if it'd win you the West. Because I think if LSU loses one, it's going to be at Bama. I think that'd be the only loss they'd have. But I think there's a little more wiggle room than what people think. So I don't think that's a crazy take at all.
And then I think this was made because Cone, I love you, man, but no, KJ Jefferson is not a non-top 10 quarterback. He is absolutely a top 10 quarterback this year, and he's coming in with a chip on his shoulder that would make Tostitos jealous. So I really do. Like, I think, Jake, you said the only way you beat LSU is magic. Here's the magic: you basically you key your line so that you are somehow able to use Jaden Daniels' jersey as target practice. And the Payton Thorne to Thompson connection is what the boosters think it is. Like, that's how you do it, because it is at night. It is in Death Valley. It is like the only place I would rather not go more is like Penn State or Alabama.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only place I would rather not play more than play at LSU in Death Valley in the middle of November.
If you're going to beat LSU,
smelling of corn dogs and hatred.
Yeah, and outside of the Orgeron down years that we saw, if you're going to beat LSU on the road, you need an alien. And KJ Jefferson is an alien.
I have KJ Jefferson 11. I wanted to put him in the top 10. He's an incredible player. I have Cam Rising at Utah 12, who also, we can have a Utah caller next who says Cam Rising's a top 10 quarterback. You know, I had Michigan fans reaching out to me. How do you not have JJ
such
McCarthy
a hard
in your
list.
top 10? There's 133 FBS schools, and there's 10 spots. So KJ Jefferson's a great player. I want to see him get more accurate in the intermediate game. And how much are they going to run him? How healthy can he stay? I think he's great, and Sam Pittman's an awesome coach. So let's see what type of year.
Charlie, we appreciate you, buddy. Call in next Monday.
Thank you, man. I'll talk to you guys later.
See you, buddy.
All right, let's go to Matthew in Greenwood, Arkansas. Matthew, you got anything to say about the Hogs?
Yeah, boys, it's the heartbroken Hog here.
Hey, bud.
Y'all have broken my heart in the last 2 days. It's unbelievable.
What? What did he do?
David yesterday leaving KJ out of the top.
Y'all, they're
Y'all
getting
don't like that.
your ass today.
Very disrespectful.
I think Jake was right to have him in the top 5, and by the end of this year, both Blaine and David, y'all are going to have him in your top 5.
Like the way
that would be awesome.
Going
yeah,
on.
I just don't think it's going to happen.
I don't think
the talent's too.
Top 5 in the country?
What's up?
Last year on the record prediction, you took us to be 10-2.
I did.
I know we let you down going 6-6, but we lost 4 games by a combined 9 points. This is a better team than last year. We've upgraded the defense. That defensive line is going to be the best one at Arkansas in over a decade. They've got 9 players who are at least of senior status. They brought in a ton of help in the transfer portal in the secondary. Brought in Marcus Woodson to fix the scheme.
Like Marcus.
I think this team is going to be a lot better this year. They're going to win those close games.
I hope you're right.
And Ole Miss on the road, KJ's got that one circled. He's from Mississippi.
Yeah. I'll say this. It just seems like Arkansas can't stay healthy on defense. That's what it seems like to me. I think that's one of the reasons why, you know, your heart's been broken. But you'll see where I have them on Friday, on next Friday. You'll see.
Right now, Arkansas's over-under for games this season is 6.5 wins.
I like the over.
Disrespectful.
I like the over, but here are just the away games.
Prove them wrong.
LSU, Ole Miss, Alabama, and Florida. Those are the away games.
You got one.
Now, they catch a break there with Texas A&M being a neutral site, so you're going to have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You got BYU at home.
If you can just find yourself on the ball needs to bounce your way when it comes to those close games.
Yeah.
If you can find yourself on the other side.
Well, look at TCU.
Yeah, on the other side of those close games. Hell, you could have had a 10-2 season.
Yeah.
You know, TCU won 9 games with 1 possession. So, you know, the ball's just you got to be living right off the field.
Matthew, we're going to see, buddy. We're going to see. We appreciate you.
Thanks, man.
Have a good Friday and weekend, y'all.
You too, bud.
You. All right, let's go to Ace in South Carolina. Ace, what's up?
Hey, what's up, man? What's up, J-Boy? What's up, fellas?
Ace, what's up,
doing,
man?
Ace?
This Ace from Twitter.
Ace with the space.
So yes, sir. So first off, David, I just want to – you did great. Leaving KJ out the top 10, excellent. I don't feel like he's the top 10.
There we go.
No.
There we go. A little love,
Ace.
Them Arkansas fans, you know, I don't know, but yeah, good job. I don't believe that either. Leave him out the top 10. But my question for you, fellas, so all right, if it was a $10 million question and you had to choose, and J-Boy, I'm not gonna let you cop out on this one, so you can't pick Texas A&M.
Okay.
You can't. Gun to the back of your head, which game does Auburn win? Georgia, LSU, or Bama?
Bama.
I agree with that.
Bama.
Alabama.
Bama.
So that's one of the biggest rivalries in college football. They've already been winning that game a lot of times when they're not as good as Alabama, and you get it at home.
I'm going to tell you,
hair?
even if LSU was at home, I'd still take Bama.
Mm-hmm.
Just from a talent on the roster?
Yeah, and
standpoint?
just because it's the Iron Bowl. I mean,
Yeah,
Auburn,
and you're bringing
Auburn
back, like,
almost beat them with
bringing back your quarterback, man.
Brian Harsin.
Rivalries of that scale
TJ
need to
Finley.
be a coin flip every year, no matter what the roster is.
100%.
That's what makes those type
That's
of
exactly
rivalries
right.
special, which is what I've been saying about the Michigan game for
You
all
could be
these
1-10 going into that.
Georgia's just too talented up front on both sides of the ball.
They are.
Georgia, you get spotty quarterback play.
Well,
like, we don't know yet.
Yeah,
True. We don't
and
know
it's
yet.
Carson Beck's first true road test. But I would, if again, gun to the back of my head, I would say out of those three, Alabama.
It's the same thing with Alabama, but a less talented roster. Comparing to Georgia.
What's the chances? What's the chances against Georgia? You know, it's probably going to be a night game. It's going to be in Jordan Hare Stadium.
Will it though? Will it?
No,
will it? They'll probably put it at 2:30. That's what they'll probably
think
do.
it'll be a night game?
I don't know. I think they want Georgia. I don't know. The way the SEC works in mysterious ways when you have a top team and it comes to scheduling. I'll say this. I think it being the first road game, for true road test for Carson Beck and a rivalry game. And look, regardless if Auburn's 3-1 or 4-0, that place is going to be nuts. But if Auburn's 4-0, it's going to be crazy. So you never say never in college football. I think Georgia would have to turn it over probably 3 times. Auburn may have to have a special teams or a defensive touchdown just because the personnel Georgia has up front. I worry more about the not Hugh Freeze finding a way to move the ball, but the offensive line of Georgia just plowing Auburn's defensive line because the O-line that Georgia has that's a different level.
Man, I'm going to be surprised if this game's a 20-point spread.
I'd take Auburn for this 20-point spread.
Yeah. I mean, if I get maybe 21.5.
I got to see Auburn first, though.
You don't really know till you see it, but man, Georgia's too good.
Payton Thorne's out there looking like Chris Todd, then no.
Yeah, I mean, they're just too good. You just have a better chance against Bama, even if that game was on the road.
Really?
Love it.
Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all boys. Hey, Arkansas fans, stay heartbroken, Warriors.
Hey,
Appreciate you,
buddy.
Thanks, man. All right, let's try and get to 2 more if we can.
Yep.
Anthony in Clarksville, can you keep it to a minute for us?
Yes, I can. Hey, 2 Eagles here.
Oh, right.
What's up, buddy? Yes, sir.
Yeah. So my 3 boys, 12, 10, and 8, are playing football for their 2nd year in a row.
Nice.
And my 10 and 12-year-olds are on the majors this year. My 10-year-old, he's kind of like a little LaMarcus Joyner out there. He's undersized, but he's popping guys all over the place. And
love to see it.
Yeah. So football season's taken another notch up for me because I'm coaching one of their teams. So
yeah, now it's personal.
That's awesome, man.
Watching my son chop down, the biggest. We got a man child on our team, and he chopped him down last night in a practice.
Good.
And it was just
big tree fall hard.
Rewarding. There's over 100-pound difference.
What?
Wow.
And
he's got the black tape on his helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah, my boy's 70 pounds. This kid's almost 180. So
good God, whose father's out there playing?
Wrapped him up and drove him to the ground.
They're letting this kid run the ball.
Great.
That's awesome, man. Congrats on your son, dude.
He's a gazelle too. The big kid, he can run. It's impressive. But anyway, So got out this morning. It was a little bit cool. I was getting all giddy and excited, and I had to remind myself it's August in Tennessee, so it's going to get warm again. It's a false.
Oh, it is. It's a trick.
Cool morning.
Fall's around the corner, my friend.
But just one more thing that I had to say on the esports question earlier is I don't care. Like, I have 2 older brothers. You can make a competition or a sport out of anything.
For sure.
My argument is don't call a person an athlete necessarily because they play certain sports. There are golfers that I don't think are really necessarily great athletes, but they are very, very good at hand-eye coordinate that one thing,
Well, let me ask you this, though. NASCAR driver, athlete?
Has to be.
I'm not saying that they don't have a physical characteristic that they're not good at.
Yeah.
To me, an overall athlete is someone who can do like an obstacle course or something. Just because you're really good at one thing, you can hold your breath for a long time and not necessarily be an athlete. So I think it's it's a little more all-encompassing than just focusing on one physical attribute. So esports, call it a sport, but you're not going to tell me that a 350-pound dude playing, who's 5'5", playing League of Legends,
playing Magic the Gathering,
is good at esports.
I mean, it's true.
But,
That's good.
Yeah,
I agree.
Great
question.
Call it a sport, but don't necessarily everyone who participates in that sport aren't necessarily an athlete.
Anthony, I agree,
Great
brother.
point.
Great call.
Appreciate it,
Have
Anthony.
fun with your boys.
I don't know if we have time
that's
for
it.
Alex at this point.
Let's go quick. 30 seconds, Alex. You got 30 seconds
No one in the Booster Club knows what the timings mean, I don't think.
for the rest of your life.
Alex, what's up, man?
Hey, how are you guys doing? First
Doing
off,
great,
How you
man.
doing?
First thing I have
Go
to
Blue to you.
is looking at, fellow Michigan alum, talking to another Michigan alum, looking at Michigan State's schedule, they might go 4-8, 8-4. But I also thought, what if they actually lose to Central Michigan? Because looking at Central Michigan, I think that they possibly could do it like they did back in, 2010, 2011, when they had LaFleur and Antonio Brown.
Yeah. Look, Central Michigan, and we talk about the MAC, man. There's some teams in the MAC. You look at Central Michigan. You look at Ohio. I mean, there's some teams that scare you a little bit. I would not be shocked with Michigan State, man. I'm telling you right now. Here's the question. If they go 4-8, they going to fire Mel Tucker?
No.
I don't think so either.
If you look at it, they had to pay, was it like $90 million?
Yeah.
Oh, they dropped a bag on them. They panic bagged.
Yeah, they did because of the Michigan loss. And yeah, due to that Michigan loss. And I think that's ridiculous. If Jim Harbaugh beat Ohio State, but he lost every single game this year besides the Ohio State game, I think he would be on the clock because of that, because he doesn't have a big salary. But because of Mel Tucker, I think you're locked in.
Yeah, no, you're locked. It's the Jimbo Fisher argument, right?
Yeah, Central Michigan, and then Richmond, and then after that, Washington comes to town. And that's all before you start the Big Ten slate.
Definitely. Well, Alex, man, we appreciate you calling in, brother. Call in Monday.
Great call, Alex.
Call in next week. We're going to do our Big Ten predictions, man.
All right, hey, you want to get donos real quick?
Yeah, all right. Charles Dossett, $10 donation. Thank you, Charles. What would it take to get a traveling show on Fridays, get you on a campus before big games?
Ooh, that would be so dope.
That'd be super cruise. Let's go to the Hayfords, $10 donation. Happy 11 years married to Sir Nicholas Charles, my forever camp boyfriend and Mr. of the Hayfords. Thanks, Booster Club, for the anniversary wishes, and to all the company for the best daily sports show.
11 strong, baby.
Congratulations, y'all. Coffee Guy, $5 donation. Start, bench, cut, college football traditions, Enter Sandman, Jump Around, and the Iowa Wave.
Oh, I'm going to start Enter Sandman. I'm going to bench the Iowa Wave, and I'm going to cut Jump Around. Because what am I going to do, man? I'm going to cut waving to sick kids?
Well, I get the swag and surf in there. Come on, dog. Light it up, Leaderman. $5 donation starting the football season today.
Yes.
We'll love a shout out for the Brilliant Lions.
Brilliant. Let's go.
Shout out, Brilliant.
Line up.
Let's go.
All right, let's get to Cole Frink with a donation, $2. Thank you, Cole. # Trader Jake. Blaine is a man of the people. Cole, I love the energy you're bringing in here today.
I hate it.
Let's go to Charles Dossett, $5 donation. Appreciate the donation, Charles. David needs to sing a song for his first day of school. Today's his first day of school.
Yep,
right?
first day of school today.
How about that, man? Growing up. That's all the donos.
You're all right. Well, you're locked in now, man. It's tough. Good luck for the next 22 years. I got out. Here's what I got today. Yesterday, Eagles-Browns game.
Push. You pushed.
Every day with them.
No, I didn't push.
What'd you take?
I didn't push. I took the Eagles in the first half.
Oh.
And the over 18.5.
Oh.
Disgusting. Fumble at the 1, the Browns. Then you get a safety. Just look at me in the eyes and laugh. Tonight, who knows? It's the preseason. So ready to bet college football. I'm so sick of betting baseball in the NFL preseason already.
Hey.
So give me the Panthers, Giants, under 39, because I don't think the Panthers' offensive line could block somebody on social media. All right, mix that with the Giants' money line, because, again, the Panthers can't block anybody up front. That's plus 209. Then give me the Falcons' money line, and give me the under for Atlanta and Cincinnati at 39. That's plus 162. Giants, help us God.
All right, boys. Yesterday hit the Dodgers Nerfy.
There you go.
The D-backs covered the plus 1.5 on my parlay, but the Guardians got postponed today. So I think I should just let it ride.
That's a you decision.
Let the parlay
Put it all in
just
black. Let it
today,
ride.
Cody Mason. I think we just let it ride, unless there's some big drastic change in pitchers or something. But tonight, I'll go ahead and take the New York Giants money line -166 in the preseason. Who knows? Hey, let's just see what happens. And I'm going to take the Braves and the Cubs both to win in a 2-game parlay. That's +118.
All right, I love it. All right, give me. I think I went 1-0-1 yesterday.
Yep.
Give me Tampa Bay money line, sticking with the Braves. I've been doing this all month. All right, -104. Then give me the Braves -1.5. That's -102. I've really been sticking to the Braves, Rays, and Rangers this month, and it's been paying off. Hit a Nerfy yesterday. Couldn't believe it. D-backs game, but D-backs Padres. So funny to me. The over/under was 8.5, but the Nerfy was a dog bet.
No, you snuck them.
I love that.
Somebody screwed up. Somebody hit the wrong button.
I love those types.
I know you do.
Yes, sir.
Ace, first day of school. He's going to roll with the Rangers money line -120. Then he's going to take the Bengals +6.5 at -112. We'll see. Look, birthday boy tomorrow.
Yeah, growing up, man.
Cole.
Growing up quick. Will Auburn win more than 6 games this year? Yay or nay?
Yes.
Yay, 71%.
That's such a good pick.
Thanks, man.
That's such a good 71. Yes. 72. They believe, Auburn fans.
Had the chance to thread it right there. Yes, 70.
Dude, okay, can we just talk about for a second the last 3 days?
Been hot.
I'm like within
fingers on the pulse.
I'm just like I can just hold on. What is that?
We're the Auburn fans. We're the Auburn fans coming out today. Come on, man. Hit the 72%.
You love to see it.
Disappointed in y'all.
And speaking about hitting and having your
Cut the
pulse
show.
on
We're
it.
running over.
No,
We're running over.
No, play the graphic.
I'm pretty sure he said it earlier in the show today, and we missed it. I'll go back and watch.
At point
I'll tell you what, we're going to have to come up with a new game.
Perfect game.
We're going to come up with a new game because we're just absolutely dialing it up.
Well, we put in
right
calls, and it takes 30 minutes away from
That's where we usually hit the over because they call in. They say,
you know, I'm Lane Kiffin right now. I'm just crying
I
about
want
it.
to hear excuses. I'll ask prisoners questions. Anyways, appreciate you guys.
They're all innocent.
You guessed it.
Happy Friday.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're almost to 100,000. Really excited to be on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. I don't know, the mutant school of whatever. We appreciate you guys. Make sure you follow us on all social media platforms and enter those sweepstakes. Remember, tomorrow at midnight, that's the last chance to be able to enter our fantasy football league over here at the Daily Wire. We appreciate it. Make sure you check out. Got a great Saturday special tomorrow. Tell him, David, who we
Dana White.
Dana White.
Check it out tomorrow.
That's
Dana
right.
White. Big fight tomorrow, too.
Big fight tomorrow. So check out our interview with Dana White. We appreciate you guys. And like the chances of Auburn going 6-6, we're going, gone.
5-7.